Okay, morning guys. So today we're gonna do a review on this German Tiger One 7.0. This is one of the latest because they're already doing the 7.1. To be honest, I don't know what is the difference between them. I got this from Aya in UK. So we're gonna open it and see what they're offering in this 7.0. Okay, basic stuff. You get the instructions for the board. So as you can see, you have 7.0 and there's the latest 7.1. I think the main difference between them is the servo. So I think in the 7.1 you can use servos. So for example, for the barrel or for wherever you need to use it. And on the 7.0, it doesn't seem to have any slots for servos. So definitely an upgrade on the 7.1. This 7.0 comes with instructions. So it tells you which slot you have here, for example, LED 1. It says LED 1 should be launch flashing light. I think that's has to do with the recoil, aiming light, tailgates and stuff. On the other side, he explains which button, what it does, and in the inside, it tells you the functions of the remote. So I will show you some of these controls as we go on. Okay, so you have on this, it comes with the instructions for the accessories and stuff. You get the normal target. Never use one of these, so doesn't matter. You have the instructions for the accessories. So basically, it just tells you not to shoot any eye and animals and stuff like that. It tells you where to fit the BBs and don't run it. Many people think that just because it's a tank, you can run it in wet and mud and stuff like that. No, it's gonna break down eventually. Where do you need to fit your bottle system, infrared bottle system? And then you normal stuff like the stickers and stuff. I didn't use any of these, the accessories, where to fit them and all that thing. Okay, so you have that. You have the tow cables, plastic as usual. This is the apple for the infrared system. Some people say they are a bit dodgy. Sometimes they fail when you're doing battles against other tanks. I never had that issue, but anyway. Now, this is an upgrade. I don't know if the liquid, this is for the smoke unit. I don't know if the liquid that is inside is actually different from what they used to supply in the other versions. It looks better. It's glass bottle. It's not plastic. It may be an improvement from the previous liquid they used to use. We'll see as it goes. It looks like even the smoke unit, I think they changed it also. Now it has some kind of fan instead of that pump that used to noisy. It was noisy, it was annoying. Now it's just more quiet. They have like a small fan inside, so much better. And you get this charger. To be honest, I think it's crap. It's not the best one. BBs as usual, and you have the accessory pack. Is exactly the same as any of the other versions. You get a commander, the normal Heng Long commander. You have a mud flat. You have all the accessories that usually comes with. The decals, I don't use them. And now for the main star, that's the tank. Now, this one, the 7.0, has something different from the other versions because usually they would fit the power button and whatever you needed underneath the tank. But now with this version, nothing is fitting underneath the power. So the older versions will have smoke and volume and power. Since I think it's since the version 5.3 or something, they started using only the smoke, no, only the power. And now, as you probably can see, there is the main switch has been changed for the driver hatch. So definitely a big upgrade. These are very wonky. They are made of plastic. So if you rotate the turret and forget to close it, it will snap. Maybe you will be able to update it with Taijin or Toro spare part for metal if you want. But yeah, it's not like perfect. It's plastic. And the other side also happens to open, but there's nothing inside. So it's empty. So you can use it for maybe put the radio operator here or something like that. Okay, so since I bought this from Aya, Andrew always tests these tanks. I'll leave the link in the description box. Always test it before he sends it. So you will have 100% guarantees that it will work when you don't have that. You won't have that hassle of having problems with the electronics and then have to send it back. And no, with him it's 100%. If he has this little sticker here saying tested okay, it means it's tested okay. So besides these hatches, you have the normal commander hatch, opens and closes. This is for your system, battle system. So basically, this is exactly the same mold as the first Heng Long Tiger. It was like 220. It was the 27 megahertz crystals. The only difference is that they added these hatches now. So the rest is exactly the same. All the molds, everything, exactly the same. So in terms of battery, it comes with I think it's 1800. I need to open the, because I have already used the tank. Okay, so you have 1800 battery, and it's actually it comes with a sticker, so from Haya. So I think that this is specifically made for a Haya. So maybe they sell it for other companies or stuff, but this one at least has Haya sticker. To charge them, I usually use a different charger. I have like a big charger that charges lipo, Miham, lithium, whatever you want it charges. I think they are better because you can balance the charge, you can discharge, you can do everything with it. They are quite cheap and they are much better than these little ones they supply. Because in the end, probably you won't have a good battery after a couple of charges because they will end up failing at some point. So your battery will be damaged. So I strongly advise to charge it with a proper charger. You can buy it probably for £25 or something like that. They are not expensive and they will take care of your battery. So okay, so I'm gonna put this to charge in a tank. It's a bit tight, but that's what you want. You don't want the battery to be wobbly all over the place. I saw a review some time ago about the 7.0 edition, and the gentleman was saying that this is a big upgrade because you don't have the screw, but the Tiger one and the Pan Tiger, the one that they think is a Panther, but it's not. It's the Pan Tiger because they use the same chassis and just a different thing on the top, and they will call it a Panther, but it's not a Panther. These are the only ones that use this slot. So the guy was saying that this is a big improvement. No, it's not an improvement. It's always been like this. The only improvement they've done on this tank, besides the electronics, is switching the power switch for under this hatch. That's the only thing. The rest is exactly the same as it was before. Since the first, even the antenna and everything, we don't need this. This is not only is not in the right place, because the antenna for the Tiger one should be around this area, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I don't have another one because I sold all my collection. But I think it's around here. It has like a small thingy, and you just fit there. So not even this is correct. This is in the wrong place. Actually it's here in this side. Yeah, anyway, it was one of these sides. So this is the correct place for the antenna, and they still using this like the 27 megahertz crystal first edition. So they didn't even get rid of this. There's no point having this here. So anyway, we're gonna have a small go at it. The controller is exactly the same as the 5.3. I think I'm not sure. I think the first that came up with this design was the 5.3, but I'm not sure. You need some batteries for this. Okay, I'll see if I can find some batteries and I will be back in a sec. Okay, so I just switch it on. When you switch on the controller, it emits this sound, so it means that it's ready to go. To start is like the other ones, you just press the padlock key. Now, one of the things that I hate about this new 7.0 is that you have only two sounds. One is the Challenger, I think. No, the Leopard. And the other sound is the Abraham. So none of them are World War II engines. Like before, you used to have the 6.0, 6.1 S used to have four sounds, including the Tiger 1. But I don't know what happened, but for some reason they changed it and just supplied these two. I personally don't like it. Some people don't mind it, but I don't like it. I like it with the right sound on the tank. But we're gonna have a go on this anyway. I'm gonna show you some of the functions. Okay, padlock. This is the leopard sound. As usual, you have the turret moving sideways. You have up and down. You have MG. Now the thing with this is that if you press the G, if I'm not mistaken, in this one, no, it's the K. It changes the sound. So you can have two machine gun sound, not at the same time. Well, you can have between them, but you can change. And that wouldn't happen on a 6.0 version. Okay, so you have the BB shooting, you just press both of them. What happened with this is that in this version, you can switch off the BB shooting and leave it only the infrared working. So if you battle another tank and you don't want to damage it or something, you can just switch off the BB and you can just use the infrared. You can adjust the recoil. You have all of the changes. You can check on this place here on this. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I won't go around it. I just wanted to show you the main thing about the body of the tank and the rest. To change between the sounds, you need to press both of these. Is the S and the K together? No. Also this one. Yeah, actually it wasn't. It was the G and the K. So when you start, it will jump for the other sound. So it should be the Abrams. As you can see, you have a turbine engine and a Tiger one. If you want to change it back again, just it. You press it and then go to the padlock and you're back at the same sound. You can switch between these for Tamaya thing, so it means that the accelerator will be in this side, the driving will be in this side, and the control for the turret will be in the other side. Everything is in the instructions. You have you can go very, very slow, as you can see. You can adjust the speed. There is another program that you can adjust the speed to go faster or slower. To be honest, I think this one it's good as it is. Sideways, it's very smooth on the surface. If you want to switch off the lights, I think it's G. Yeah, so you can switch off the front lights. I think if you press it down, it's for the back one. Sometimes they have those blackout lights on the back. I think you can fit it if you want to. There's a slot on the 7.0 that you can fit one the brake light. We call it brake light. Actually, that light is for the tank that comes after, to see where the front tank is. So main thing here, the smoke is proportional. So if I press the smoke button, as you can see, as you can hear, it's not as loud as it was with the other one. It does a lot of smoke, and as you accelerate, so if I grab it, It is proportional, but it's a bit annoying. If you try to switch on the smoke inside of your inside of home, it's gonna go everywhere. It's a bit toxic even, so it's better just to run it outside. This is a bit too much, to be honest. These tanks, these tanks use the petrol engine, and if it was smoking like this, must probably have something wrong with it. But anyway, it's just the way I like things done, and I wouldn't switch on this smoke. It's too much. It's more like for smoke grenade than actually engine smoke. Um, he has metal suspension arms, and even the adjustment. The camera is not showing, but you have metal adjustment in the back. So I think the way it works is you remove the idle wheel, and then underneath there's a screw, and you can adjust it forward, backwards. It will rotate like this, and you can adjust it. The 6.0 version had already that, so it's nothing like special. It's already in the other version. Okay, so it's a good tank. It's quite cheap. You can buy it new for around 130 quid on Aya. That I know of is the cheapest you can get, because some of the other sellers they are asking 140, 150 and above. I know I have bought other tanks from Andrew at Aya, and it's always 5 stars. So I think it's a good seller, and he tests it before he sends it. So it's a good thing. It means that you will have it at least 100%. You will have the tank working. And as I said, I'm gonna leave the description below. So if you guys want to pop on his site and have a look, I think it will be a good thing. He has all kind of tanks and spare parts and stuff like that. So it's my advice to go over there and have a look. Okay, so for now, that's all. I'm gonna do other videos in the future showing the inside, but for now, it's only in the outside and the main functions. You guys take care. See you next time.